Do you struggle to keep your gusset squeaky fresh? Sorry. Okay. Roll the credits, let's get to it. I've had a few surprises since I started my channel a year or so ago, and one of those is that one of my earlier videos about below the belt for hygiene and freshness in your undercarriage is one of, if not probably still, the most viewed video on my channel. So there's obviously a lot of guys out there who appreciate that just sticking deodorant under your armpits isn't sufficient. You need to look after other areas as well. Because let's face it, guys, down there, it's a hot environment. You've got your man jewels stuffed into your pants, stuffed into your jeans or your suit trousers or your overalls or whatever. Doesn't get much sympathy or much love until the time that you are hoping it does get a little bit of love, in which case you really, really need to be as fresh as a daisy. So if I tell you that I've reviewed hundreds of different products on YouTube and on Instagram, and there's plenty that I've said, this is brilliant, this is brilliant, this is something you should have, I recommend it, this is a great moisturiser, this is my favourite toner, go and get it. Even if none of those that I've suggested appeal to you, if you're a guy watching this, or if you have a partner that's a guy that you think needs this, you should absolutely be using some form of moisturiser and freshener down by your man jewels. You should definitely be doing it. We're not talking about, well, it'd be nice, or perhaps you should use it on a night when you go out. Every single day, you should be using a product down like that. They're very, very inexpensive. It's not something you're necessarily going to leave out on your bathroom shelf, I appreciate, but it's something you should be using. When your legs are pressed together, your boy bits are all squashed in there, it's getting hot, sweaty, it's not nice. It's an area that you should be looking after. Because let's face it, when it comes to it, when your date has gone right, if you've been married for 20 years and it's your anniversary and it's one time a year you're going to get sex, whatever your situation is going to be, if you're a teenager that's going to be fumbling around in the back of your mum's car on your first date out, whatever it is, you want to be clean and fresh. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, black or white, gay or straight, doesn't matter a monkeys. What does matter is you've got to look after that little part of your body, and it's very, very simple to do so. So the below the belt is very, very successful. As I say, my most popular video. It sells a lot. They're very, very active on Instagram, but there are now lots of different alternatives. If you go on Amazon and you search for these sort of products, male hygiene products or whatever, there are numerous ones. And what I've got now is, I've just been using for the last week or so, is because below the belt was obvious to most people, particularly guys, the sort of product it was before you actually got it up and read all the details. An arrow down there below the belt. It was some form of deodorizer, it was some form of hygiene product. It was pretty clear what we're talking about. So this British-made product is not going to bother with being subtle. That's it. Dr. Balls Fresh Bollocks, a fragrant and soothing bollock balm for men. An absolute joy to use. Deodorizing, no residue, contains aloe vera. You can't get more direct than that. Now, I think it's probably one of the naffest looking designs and fonts and that sort of thing to use. But the fact is, it says exactly what it is, and it's exactly the sort of thing you need. So that said that you should be using a deodorizer down there every single day. Just come out of the shower, some of this, good to go. And I have had a few DMs. It's amazing what people ask me on DMs. Interesting, seriously. But I have had quite a few people say, "Can this be used in the crack of your butt?" Yes, it can. Yeah, perfectly safe to use there. If you're somebody that gets a bit of a swamp ass, then yes, this can be applied in your butt crack. Very, very easy to do. And it does its job well. So this one is a British made one. It has quite a zesty smell to it. It smells like you'd expect a deodorizer, a man's deodorizer to smell. That sort of, the Arctic breeze, the ocean spray, or whatever crappy title some of these companies come up with. So it's got a nice manly smell. It's actually a bright white cream, like so. Not sounding dodgy at all. And when you smooth it on, it reduces down onto the skin really, really easily. Because it's got aloe vera in it, it's very, very soothing and cooling. And it dries down with virtually no tackiness. In fact, that tackiness disappears in a minute or two. As I say, gives a nice, pleasant smell. Very, very pleasant to use. And so how does this compare to below the belt? Because I've told you, if every chance I've had, below the belt you need it. So do you need this one instead? I would say that this one is now top of your shopping list. The reason why is I feel it's the below the belt is like a liquid talcum powder. I mean, basically that's the sort of things these are. And the below the belt can be a bit of a drying, and it dries down to almost a talc thing, whereas this feels a bit more lubricating. So if you're a guy that weight trains, has got trunks for legs, or if you're a guy that's a little bit overweight, and you get that sort of natural scuffing from the top of your thighs, which can people do get quite sore from that. This is more of a lubricant sort of thing, as well as the drying down effect. This does both for you. It's super, super easy to use, and the below the belt is 100 mils is £7, so it's dirt cheap. This is £8 for 200 mils, so it's £1 difference for twice the size, and I prefer it to below the belt. You should definitely have this in your life. You should definitely, before you do anything else, follow the link under here. But this is so easy to use. It's a no-brainer, guys. £8 for 200 mils. This will, you could put this on twice a day. It would last you a couple of months. Absolutely must have. If you're not using something like this, down below, what the hell? Seriously, what the hell? If you're using deodorant under your armpits, then you should be using this down there as well, and I hope you do. So I hope you found the video useful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe if you've not already done so. It only takes a moment and it helps to support the channel. I've been Bear Clark. You've been amazing. I'll see you again real soon.